Hello.
Welcome to our after hours.
Oh, yeah.
We thought we'd give you a nice
What
little visual to watch while we yap today. So,
exactly?
Minx is posing for all of you, and I hope you enjoy it.
this is this is all the visual you need.
There it is. Anyways, hi, I'm
Oh,
Buddy.
I mean,
Yes, Minx.
yeah.
And
And who doesn't like a little Valheim gameplay?
we are starting this new show. If you haven't watched the main feed show, I definitely recommend you go do that. Where we tell each other scary stories, and that's just audio format. We just thought we'd try something a little different today. So we're just gonna
Yeah.
just kind of chat.
Yeah. Now there may still be some of you who are listeners only, but that's okay. We're apt at giving descriptions, right, Vadi?
Very good. Yes, I'm nodding.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes.
um, So, what we're trying to do here is just let people hear us chit chat, hear our silly opinions, and, get to know us. What do you think?
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
can watch
Well,
us be weirdos on Valheim at the same time because we just need
yeah.
something to do.
It's, it's,
Anyways,
it's beautiful, isn't it?
kappa. But
Yeah. Definitely.
yeah. So, have you heard about the Kouri Richins case that just came out?
I've
The new stuff.
I've seen like a few bits and pieces here, but I've really been kind of waiting because I know when you talked to me about it, you were so interested. I was like, I'm gonna wait because she's gonna give me all the
Oh, I
information.
have so much. I went a little crazy with my notes here. So
I see that.
she actually just got sentenced life in prison
Mhm.
without parole for
Yeah.
poisoning her husband for money, obviously.
Obviously, because
Obviously,
what
for
other
money.
reason could there possibly be?
What other reason could there possibly be? So
Yeah.
basically, Kouri Richins, she's 35, so she's around my age, like a year younger. She got convicted of killing her husband, Eric, and then writing a children's book about it, about coping with grief of losing a parent. Yeah.
Crazy.
So she actually you got um consecutive life sentences, or not consecutive life sentences, consecutive blah, 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 words are hard. She received consecutive sentences on 4 other charges as well, not more than 5 years for forgery, because we find out that she forged her husband's name to take out loans. She also got 1 to 15 years for each fraud charge and 5 years to life for attempted criminal homicide because she tried to poison her husband before and it didn't work. So that came up. Yeah. So it's actually really weird because he would always talk about like, oh, she's gonna kill me for my money, but then she actually tries, and he's like joking
She actually
around.
tried. Wow.
She's joking around. She's like, ah, she must have poisoned me. Yeah,
He was manifesting it.
yeah. But yeah, the verdict for the sentence and like all of this was reached at 3 hours. They only took 3 hours to decide this after everything.
Yeah.
Um, they convicted her of aggravated murder, attempted criminal homicide, 2 counts of fraudulent insurance claims, and forgery. She had committed the crime in 2022, and then after her husband died suddenly from unknown reasons, her and her 3 sons wrote a book about grief called Are You With Me in March 2023 that follows a young boy dealing with the loss of his father. You want to know how much money she spent on this book?
How much money?
$10,000 making and publishing this book for like
She
a
spent ten thousand
children's.
dollars to make it,
Yeah,
like to
to
have
to
someone
make the book.
illustrate it.
So that's
Oh
another thing.
wow.
She didn't even write it herself. She got a ghostwriter.
Oh, so like she paid for a ghostwriter and
And
an
Like in
illustrator.
the end, everything was like $10,000, which is
Oh
kind of
my god.
high if you ask me. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe.
I don't write children's books, but I don't imagine they're like I don't imagine you would have to pay $10,000 for a ghostwriter and an illustrator and like a publisher.
Well, see,
I don't know.
I talked to my husband
It's
about
like,
it, and he's saying she
yeah,
probably just like used that money to buy a bunch of the books herself to get like on
yeah.
like a bestsellers list kind of thing. So that's what he thinks. She actually appeared on Good Things Utah. It's a lifestyle show, KTVX, and told the host that she would help her children cope with the unexpected death of their father.
Oh
Like,
wow.
and she just did it to make money. That's literally the only reason she did it. She thought she was going to get rich off of it. Basically, she thinks she's going to get rich off a lot of things.
Girl. Okay, Miss MLM.
Yeah, basically. No, no, no. She's a real estate agent. Let's get that right.
Oh
In
no.
fact, uh interestingly enough, where is it? So, we think that the catalyst for everything was her husband uh wouldn't quote unquote let her buy a $2 million estate, which wasn't even finished. It was like in disrepair. It didn't have like any plumbing or anything set up to it, and she was mad about it. Cause
That's
funny,
why she killed him?
well, not the only reason, but it was money. It was
Yeah.
money.
It's seeming like that's the trend here, yeah.
But crazy thing is, what was it? 2 days after he died, she bought the house.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what money? His money?
Yeah,
How dare she?
it's a 20,000 square foot mansion on 8.75 acres, and it's got a guest house even. So,
She need that.
so
I
crazy thing is, I'm curious to know where she got this money at because Kouri Richins is in
yeah.
like $11 million worth of debt.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So she had taken out like how much was it? She took out a huge where she took out a bunch of life insurance policies on her husband, like without his permission, basically. And she
Just
thought,
plotting.
so okay, let me give you some background on this. So she actually, like several years after they got married in 2019, she took out a loan for $250,000 without her husband's permission against his house by forging his signature. And she says that she repaid the money, but his sister is like, yeah, no, she never did. And then in 2021, she's $7 million in debt. 2020, she stole $200,000 from his bank account and used his name to acquire credit cards that she ran up to like $30,000. Yeah.
That is
So,
insane. I can't and he never knew?
well, he found out. He found out eventually, but
Okay, so
because
he
of all
did find out
this,
before he died.
yeah. So, because
Okay.
of all this, um, he put his sister, without telling Kouri, put his sister in charge of his estate and everything, and his like attorney of what do they call that?
His like power of
Power of
attorney?
attorney, yes. And
Yeah.
they didn't tell her that.
I wouldn't either. I would have divorced her ass, but like that's just
Well, that's
me.
the thing. He actually did go to a divorce lawyer. Divorce. A divorce. Oh my
Divorce.
goodness, I can't speak today. A
Divorce.
divorce. He went to a lawyer about getting a divorce, but he ended up changing his mind saying he wanted to make it work.
Probably for the kids.
Yeah, well, yeah, they do have 3 sons together, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's just fucking crazy. But yeah,
That is crazy.
she killed him on
What
what
kind of poison did
day?
she use? Like
I,
she just make him breakfast or something
no.
and he
So
didn't
what it
notice that
was,
his waffles were a little nutty?
the in 2022, she slipped 5 times the lethal dose of fentanyl which I found out is 50 times more potent than heroin and up to 100 times more powerful than morphine, into a drink she
Oh
made
my
him,
god.
into a Moscow
Oh
mule.
my god.
Yeah.
Oh my and into a Moscow Mule.
I
Are you
know.
fucking kidding me? That was his last drink?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
because,
so
like,
disappointing.
the lady that got it for her actually came out and like testified, which was kind of for her sake too, because
Yeah,
she was in pretty deep with like drugs and stuff. But
yeah. I bet
basically,
they cut her a deal.
oh yeah, it was her. They'll basically she asked her housekeeper to buy her hydrocodone pills for an investor. I don't know what they mean by that, but it was in quotes. And then apparently, I'm guessing that's what she tried to poison with first, and it didn't work. So this
Hydrocodone's what she tried with first?
yeah. So that's what I assume. They didn't say that for sure, but I'm pretty sure that's
Okay.
what that meant. And then she calls her housekeeper back since it didn't work and asks for something stronger, like quote the Michael Jackson stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she got her fentanyl pills, and basically she was already in like they call it drug court, but it's like kind of like rehab, but like also you're in trouble kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she testified against her basically to get like the prosecutors called it a get out of jail free card, basically.
Mm.
So she didn't have because she was just like, yeah, I just want to be done with this.
Yeah, that way she wouldn't have to, like, serve any, like, hard time or anything.
Yeah, so basically she does this, and then she tells the investigators that her son was having a nightmare, so she wouldn't have like slept in her son's room for the night or whatever. And then she got up in the middle of the night and went to go to bed, and then she called 911 to report that she found Eric cold in their bed. And he had taken a THC gummy. And she tried to be like, oh, they're like, when they found out that it was fentanyl or whatever, she's like, oh, must have been in the THC gummy. Like, what? Like,
The
that's
hell?
crazy. Yeah, like, no.
Hey, how did that end up in his
No,
system?
it's crazy. Well,
I have no idea,
I
officer.
have actually listened to the 911 call.
Oh,
It
did you?
takes her what how long was it? 6 minutes to actually start CPR on him. And she's not even
Oh,
like cold calm, but like pretending to be upset. You know when somebody's like pretending to be upset
yeah,
and
like,
she's
the
like,
kind of
"Oh,
melodramatic, like,
yeah." It was kind of like that. It was really unsettling to listen to. And the operator's like, okay, you need to start chest compressions now. And she kept just being like, oh, well. And she kept, like, basically beating around the bush about it. So, like,
yeah, 'cause, like, what if she undoes all of her hard work, you know? Then it was for
basically,
nothing.
yeah, basically that's what happened.
Not to make light of a man's murder, but,
Right.
you know.
And then there was, she actually was having an affair with a guy. And I actually feel really bad for this guy because, okay, yeah, he shouldn't have been sleeping with a married woman. But she was using him so bad. So basically, she had a bunch of properties that she was quote unquote fixing up. And she basically kept this guy around to do all the work on her properties, basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
just
Like,
free
yeah, you
manual
shouldn't have,
labor.
but he didn't have anything to do with, like, the murder or anything. And then, like, after it all happened, and she was like, oh, we're gonna live together and we're gonna be happy and all this stuff. Like, several months after her husband dies, she just breaks up with him.
Yeah,
she
well, you know,
just
he served his purpose.
she just breaks up with him.
He didn't meet the financial quota to be
Yeah,
considered her new
basically.
husband.
Yeah, no shit. Can you guys
God.
stop? Ugh, I'm trying to talk. Go away. Sorry, I have Grey Dwarfs just like beating me up while I'm trying to talk.
I need you to come home, Body. I
I'm
have a
coming.
surprise for you.
Um, but yeah, so after all of that, she was found guilty, and she will never leave jail. She's in jail forever. Like I can't even imagine like what those kids are going through. Like, oops, I have stuff that I cannot teleport with.
No shot. I need you to come home real quick. Side
I
note.
am on my way.
Desperately. I have a gift for you.
What do
I
you
did it
have?
all romantic. I laid it out on your bed.
My money.
You can sleep in a pile of gold.
Nice. Perfect. I love
For
it.
anyone who doesn't have a visual right now, I made a giant elaborate pile of gold for my beloved for her to rest upon.
It's lovely.
Super
I love
comfy.
it. But yeah, so she is where she belongs, in my opinion.
I
So
agree.
it's just like, yeah, okay, here it is. She opened multiple life insurance policy on her husband without his knowledge, totaling $2 million, and thought she would be inheriting his estate that was worth more than $4 million after his death. She did end up getting 1.3 million in life insurance. Guess how long it took her to spend that?
I'm like 2 weeks.
Well, 4 months.
Okay.
You
Well,
want to know how much went to her debts?
none.
Less than half. So, yeah,
Oh my
basically.
goodness. But wait, she's still $11.9 million in debt though, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that did nothing for her.
No, no, not even a little bit.
And did she use the money she got from his life insurance to buy the house? The $2 million
I
estate? Or
I
where
couldn't
did she get the money for that?
find that tech. Well, I mean, she probably just took it from somewhere. Honestly, credit cards, like I imagine. I couldn't find really any information on
Mhm.
that, to be honest. But I would assume.
IRS is gonna be all over her.
No kidding. But yeah, it was a crazy case. If you guys want more information on it, definitely go check out my favorite podcast. Red Handed does a two-parter on it, and they go into like crazy detail.
Oh, really?
Yes, they're very good. They're like my favorite podcast. But
Yeah.
yeah, they do a whole two-parter on it, so I would definitely recommend them. I'm slowly making
I
my way
can't
through my re-listen to their stuff.
I can't believe that I can't believe that she spent all that money.
Yeah, wasn't even her money. Hey, where's our pigs?
Hold on.
Oh, they're there. I found Smalls. Our pigs are called Piggy and Smalls. Piggy Smalls. There he is. Yes, good. Piggy and Smalls. Because I couldn't fit Piggy Smalls into one name, so we got two different ones. I am talking about our pigs
Beautiful.
that we're raising by our house for
Did
anybody just
you
listening.
show them did you show them Bakugo?
Oh, yes, this is our dog.
He's the
He's a good
best
boy.
boy. I mean, he was really hard to tame, but like I love him. He was worth it. I'm gonna get him Deku. Sorry, Midoriya. And they're gonna live their happily ever after out as my puppies.
Speaking of
Mhm.
dogs, oh my god. So I didn't write this part down, so I can't like word for word repeat it. But she writes this letter, and it's
Mhm.
supposedly for her lawyer, and it's the walk the dog letter, and it's basically like telling her mom and her lawyer to be like, oh, say that like it's all my brother. Like my brother knew that he was on drugs, and like he always asked my brother for drugs, and like it was all an accidental overdose, and like all this. And then she's like, don't forget to walk the dog, which was basically like burn
What the
after
fuck?
reading. It was really messed
Okay.
up.
That's yeah. Why is she trying to make her brother take the fall for it?
No, like she was trying to be like, yeah, have my brother tell him that he would always ask him for drugs,
Oh, okay. So
saying
it
that
seems like he just kind of
like an accidental
like he did
overdose
it
type
to
thing.
himself.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. That's still so crazy though. Like why?
And like they tried to say like, oh, her attorney quit after that, by the way.
I can
She's like, yeah,
imagine.
no. She's like, I'm
I
out.
wouldn't want to stay. No, I would choose different I would choose a different team. Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's just some things you just don't gotta put up with in life, and that's one of them.
Absolutely. I need core wood. We only have
Yes.
2. How much do I need for?
Well, I just got a bunch and put it, oh, I have it here. You want
I
it?
need 10.
I have 42.
Excellent. I'm gonna go build us a forge. But yeah, so she's pretty freaking crazy. So it was all for money. That's all it was. That's all she cared about was
All
money.
for money.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I can tell. That's crazy. Who did her children end up going to, like, with a relative or
The
something,
sister
or okay.
that was left for like the oh my gosh,
Oh,
I
the
have
one
too much stuff.
that took over power of attorney?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
The dad's sister? Okay, good, good. Honestly, that's probably for the best.
yeah.
Oh my
Hold
goodness.
on, I have way too much stuff. I can't walk.
What was her, do you know what her sentence was again? Sorry.
Life without parole.
Life without parole.
She's not
Okay.
going anywhere.
Good. Yeah, no, she should not go anywhere.
She's not going anywhere.
Right. Now she's never gotta worry about money again. She gets, free rent,
Free
free food,
food,
free
free vent.
power, like,
Yeah, no kidding.
you know?
Oh, we're full of rocks again.
I wonder how much the prison she's in is worth. She's got more
That's
than $2
another
million
thing.
estate.
Oh my gosh. So that's like before she got arrested, her Google searches. Oh my god. One of
What
them
were her
was
Google searches?
luxury American prisons. And
What?
just like trying to find out the nicest prison. Like,
Hey, so she
I
could be
don't
in that state
know.
when she got caught? Like, they're still gonna send her back.
Luxury prisons. And she's asking questions like how long to kill with fentanyl and stuff like that. Like, girl.
No. No.
Yeah, like or what was it? How to permanently delete things off iPhone.
Girl, that's pathetic.
Yeah.
I mean, the bar is low, but, like, she's really just exceeding all expectations for stupidity on that one. I can't even imagine, like, because, like, I joke and I make I'm not the biggest fan of men, but, like, come on.
So I just needed regular wood. I didn't need core wood. I'm just kind of dumb. So
It's fine. There's
I'm
plenty
just
of
gonna
wood in
come
the
back.
cabin. There's plenty of wood in the cabin. Um, so hold on, wait. You said you said something. Let me try to remember what I was gonna ask now, 'cause I blanked because we started talking about wood.
Sorry.
My bad. What's the is like her book published?
Yeah.
Is she still making money off of it, or did they
I
like
don't
did
think
the
they.
court
I
strip
don't think
her of
she
that?
can. I think once you're in
Yeah.
prison, you can't like make money anymore. I know you can't make money off your story, so I wonder if they consider that part of her story. You know what I mean?
I don't know. That'd be interesting though.
Mm-hmm.
If she's just sitting in prison, just collecting stacks of cash because people are buying her book.
Oh
That'd be a
no,
little
the book did
crazy.
really bad.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it did terrible. Well, think about it. It's so specific. It's so
That's
specific.
true. It is too. Like, it's not gonna have a lot of people who relate to it, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I heard it wasn't even good.
Paid all that money just for
That
shit.
ghostwriter didn't really try much. I'm just saying.
Well,
I've never read it, and I don't ever plan on reading it, but
what if there was no ghostwriter? What if she just embezzled the money? Like, she actually did write it.
she
That'd
just
be
doesn't
so
want to admit it.
because it did bad. She saw the reviews and she was like, "Oh, I didn't write that."
No, 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 no.
Oh my god,
But yeah, she's
that's
pretty
something.
freaking crazy. It's a crazy case. But like I said, if you want to hear it in like the deep dive, you definitely need to go listen to Red Handeds. And they like read the whole I didn't write it down, but like they read the whole walk the dog letter and it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Like she just thinks she's so
I
smart, but she's not. Like
Yeah.
Oop, that's
I
the
mean,
wrong
that's
button.
usually most criminals, though. Like, they think they're smarter than they are. 9 times out of 10. That's so crazy, though. I can't believe she and you said you don't know what she oh, no, you said she used fentanyl, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
in a drink. That makes me not wanna accept a drink from anybody,
Not from Kouri Richins, at least.
at least.
But yeah, the first
All
time she tried
because
to
what
poison
little
was
money.
it was on Valentine's Day. She tried to poison him the first time, and they're like, "Oh, ha ha! She must have tried to. She's trying to poison me." Like he ended up in the hospital and everything.
And they didn't, like, flag it or anything?
Yeah,
Like, 'cause, sh didn't she also use a drug then too? Like, wouldn't that
don't. They
flag
just
some
took it
kind of,
as they just thought he was sick. Yeah,
oh,
they just thought he got sick.
wow, I can't
We
wow.
need to get
That's
tin. But
yeah,
yeah,
you need
it's crazy. Like
I'll go get you some tin.
she crazy.
She is definitely cuckoo bananas, I will give you that. My
I
goodness.
just think it's ridiculous how she thought she was gonna make all this money off this book. Like,
Yeah,
it's so
that's like
specific, you know? That's what
I
it's
don't know, I
like.
feel
How
like
did you
you fall
expect
for, like, get rich schemes really easily.
MLM anybody? I've been a few of
Yeah,
those. You ever been in an MLM?
no, I've never been in one, but
They're
I've had so
crazy.
many offers. Oh my goodness, I've had so many offers, and
I
they're
did a
like
few of them. I got
the
tricked.
pressure of them is crazy too. Like they're really like they make you feel like, you have to do this or everything you've ever wanted is gonna fall apart. You're never gonna be successful unless you do
Yeah,
this very specific hierarchy of, you know,
yeah.
letting me basically be a parasite off of you. At least that's how I interpret it.
That's yeah. You're not wrong. I
Yeah.
did 31, the bags, and I
Oh.
did Pure Romance. That one was kind of fun though. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't make any money off of it, but it was fun because I used to do like parties. I did like bachelorette parties and stuff. It's his
I know.
uh adult uh
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah. I get I
Yeah,
get what
yeah. It's that.
I just I guess when you're so obsessed with money though, that like you're just kind of like so desperate that you don't really think about like the consequences. You don't even really think about like what happens if you are successful or like all you can see is like this is what I can get, and I guarantee you every time she heard a dollar amount, she was already planning what she was going to spend on it.
It's
Like spend that
crazy
money.
because I listened to they have a audio recording of her talking to her husband's best friend, and she's like, "Yeah, I took that $250,000, but I turned it into $7 million worth of real estate." But like, no, you didn't. You don't like outright own these things. Like,
No.
you know, no, you really
Like,
don't.
you're not, Princess House Flipper over here. That's not
Mm-hmm.
you, man.
And like another
Calm
thing,
down.
like the guy that she was cheating on her husband with, like I feel bad for him because she had him convinced that her husband was abusive. Like
Like the guy she was
the guy she was
cheating with,
having
was
her,
convinced
yeah, cheating on.
that
He did end up
wasn't she
testifying.
also
He
abusing
did
him though?
testify
The
against her.
boyfriend? Or
Sorry,
sorry, wasn't she also abusing her affair partner?
she was
Like she was
taking
abusing
advantage of
him.
him. She was taking advantage of
Yeah,
him for
okay.
sure.
So she's taking advantage of him and then convincing him that like she was being abused.
Yeah,
Like how?
saying that he was super controlling and that's why he won't give her any money and like why he has to do all she has to do all this. It's a troll. Help. I keep forgetting he's over here. Please don't chase me. Oh. Hey, how far are you? You should come here. But yeah, like I don't know. She's crazy. She's where she belongs, honest. I just feel bad for her kids cuz not it's like that yeah, her mom was a piece their mom was a piece of shit, but now they lost both parents. you know?
Sorry, a little bit of a real world moment there. My dog needed his eye boogers wiped.
You know, important things.
Yeah, I heard you be like, "Oh God, there's a troll," and he's looking at me with these big, sad, ugly eyes, and I'm like, "Hold on, I have my own troll to deal with."
But yeah,
And
like
I'm
I
so
said,
sorry.
no, you're good. Like I said, she's where she belongs.
Yeah,
She will be there for the rest of her life. I just feel bad for the kids,
good.
honest, because like I
Yeah,
said, like not only did they lose their dad, but now they lost their mom too. You know?
yeah, and like, not only did they lose their dad like very, very
Oh
tragically,
my
but then
gosh.
to also have this years long experience where they're finding out all these revelations about their mother.
Mm-hmm.
That's gotta be so horrifying and awful to those children, and I do hope that, like, the sister, if she's the one that's, like, their guardian now, she's giving them, like, as stable of a childhood as they can possibly have.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure the kids are with her now. They kind of kept them out of the spotlight. And like another thing was like that 911 call, and they talk about like what happens while she's there, and the kids are just like in the other room, like she's not comforting them or anything. She
Oh,
just got
like,
them
in the
locked in their
911 call?
bedroom. Yeah,
Oh my
like
goodness.
when the police are there and like the ambulance and EMS are there, she just has them like in their bedroom. And she's not like checking on them and everything. And you can actually hear her tell the cops, be like, "Oh, don't bring them into this. Please don't make them come out. Like, don't bring them into this." Like, and like, I'm pretty sure the oldest one like saw their dad.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and she's only like, oh, sorry, they're all boys. I think they were like 11.
Those poor babies.
I know.
They
Like, you
need
want
to
to ruin
grow up.
your own life, fine, but like, come on, man.
Yeah, don't fuck with your kids, or any kid for that matter, like,
Mm-hmm.
that's so sad, though.
Right.
Oh my goodness, I can't. I have, uh, I do have a little. Oh, there's a bear. You know what? We're fine and dandy. You don't see me. I don't see you. I didn't see you, so you don't get to see me. That's how it works. Perception. Let me mark this because I found another deposit.
Okay.
Let me mark
Um.
that, and then I'm gonna tell you about what I was talking about.
Yes, and then I have another thing to share that will make you very angry at the world.
Oh yeah, is it
Yeah.
about? Wait, is it about the Kouri Richards or Corey? Yeah, Kouri Richins. Sorry.
No, it's a different case. But
Ah,
you
okay,
go.
okay.
Go ahead.
Mine's
Tell me your
mine's not
things.
like mine's not a case. Mine's more conspiracy theory,
I love
right?
conspiracy theories
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
much. People are
This one,
crazy and
this
I want to
one.
hear about it. That's a bear. I'm not
Oh
here.
yeah, that's a bear.
That's a bear. We're
You are not perceived.
just gonna hide behind
Um,
this rock.
so my conspiracy theory has to do with, the political world. So if that's not your
Yay.
cup of tea, if that's not something you just want to like tune into, you want to do your escapism, I totally get it. This is your trigger warning now. What I want to talk about is what are they building in the East Wing? Okay. And by that, I mean, I don't think they're building a ballroom. They might build a ballroom, sure, but like, are they actually, like, is that why they tore down the East Wing? Is that why they're having major upgrades to all of their like electrical like grids and stuff like that? I don't personally think so. Okay.
Okay,
You
I'm
gotta follow
listening.
me. You gotta follow me
I'm
here because
following
we're gonna
you.
look at a lot of different things. But what I think is I think they're building an AI underground data center.
Hmm. Okay.
And the reason I think that is mostly because if you look at, for a frame of reference, in Jerusalem in 2021, Oracle bought and funded a construction project to build an underground data center. Okay. And when I think about or when I was doing some research into that, the 2021 Jerusalem project was actually um like related to Project Nimbus, which Project Nimbus is Israel's government cloud infrastructure. So Israel's government is completely run using AI for the most part. It handles the AI systems they used in Gaza, the targeting systems that they use for their missiles, their surveillance infrastructure, and their operational decision making. Okay. So that's like everything. That's like all their government banking, all of their critical infrastructure controls, um, like how their government is foundationally run is 9 stories underground, right? And when they built this structure, they built it to withstand cyber attacks, power outages, missile strikes, and like all out nuclear war.
Mm. Kind of
Okay.
like a
Which
bunker.
is exactly, it's exactly like a bunker. And it's a bunker for their data sovereignty, right? They're ruled by this data and they are taking it into AI warfare and what that infrastructure looks like. Okay. And so we already have like a clear cut finished project over in Jerusalem from 2021. Okay.
You have my
These
attention.
are the specs for the Jerusalem 2021 project: 9 stories deep, 160 feet underground, 90,000 square foot,
Sorry
and
if you heard
costing
that really loud buzz. That was my laundry. Continue.
and costing around $319 million. Comparatively, the ballroom specs are currently sitting at 90,000 square feet, $300 million and climbing as of January 21st, 2025, right?
Did you hear about them refusing the GOP today? Did you hear about that?
Yep,
Okay.
I did hear about that. Yep.
I just saw it on the
So,
news, so
so I'm gonna grab all your copper. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. I'm full. Wait, am I full? Yeah, I am full.
I'm
Hold
bringing
on. What do
10.
I do? Yeah, I have a bunch of copper for you to break down. But and also on that date, January 21st, 2025, that was like the first full day of like Trump being in office, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they had an announcement and they like announced all these different things, but primarily one of their announcements was for Project Stargate. Okay. And if you go back to what I was saying about Project Nimbus, tell me if this sounds anywhere similar. Trump's Project Stargate is a 500 billion AI infrastructure initiative to consolidate information in one location for all government agencies. We're talking CIA, NSA. We're talking literally every single government agency, all the information consolidated into one structure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? That sounds familiar. And then Larry Ellison, I hate him, talks about how he's going, like, this is basically going to save the government and cure cancer.
Okay.
And they want to, like, do all of this, but, like, where, right? And who's actually paying for this shit? And those
Mm-hmm.
two things are actually really important. So, the where specifically, DC, right? Under the White House. We
Okay.
already know they tore down the East Wing. What's actually in the East Wing, though? Okay. That is all of the presidential like
Wasn't that
bunker
wasn't that
area.
like the ballroom? Aren't they just like redoing a
Mhm.
ballroom? I don't really know a lot about it
No.
to be honest.
So the East Wing was its like own area, but it sat above the Presidential Emergency Operative Center, which is where like the president's like in-house doctor and his bunker are kept, and they're about 5 stories deep, okay? And when they demolished the East Wing, they removed every structure blocking access to that bunker. And when you think about that bunker, specifically the location of that, when infrastructure is a part of the executive office, the president, like, it has to be classified or exempt from oversight, right?
Have some meat.
And so he's having nobody look at this. He's having complete authority over this, and that's by design.
So break it down for
You
me in layman's terms here.
Yeah.
So,
Basically, they tore down that bunker because putting it there means they can build whatever they want with limited oversight. No one's,
okay,
like, really going like, it's technically because it's the presidential area, it's classified. Like, it's
okay,
presidential infrastructure. And so he has complete authority there. That's why they wanna build what I think is a data center under the White House.
okay,
And, like, it might also have a bunker, it might also have a ballroom on top of it, but what they're trying to build is a data center where they wanna consolidate all of our government agency information into one location, very similar to how Israel did their Project Nimbus in 2021,
okay,
okay? And when you
gotcha.
start to look at, like, the location specifically outside of just the East Wing, you look at DC power infrastructure, okay? So, data centers, AI centers, they need a fuck ton of 2 things, power and water, okay?
So
And I'm gonna get
basically,
back
he
into
just
some
wants to put everything in one spot.
Mhm.
Okay.
He wants to put it in one spot where he has no oversight and nobody, like, breathing down his neck
Mm,
about what he's doing,
got you. Okay.
right? And so, in August and September of 2025, and that's, like, a couple weeks after the ballroom announcement, because that happened in July.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, PEPCO, which is the Potomac Energy Power and Water, um, which is what runs right next to the East Wing, they filed an emergency request for infrastructure work near the East Wing.
Okay.
So they wanted emergency relocation of water infrastructure, and then they wanted large-scale water line modifications.
Mm-hmm.
And what they're doing is they're essentially going and they're rebuilding the entire Adams Morgan substation that was there, and they're modernizing it so that way it can handle massive amounts of grid capacity and extreme weather resistance.
Oh man.
Yeah. And like this is scheduled to like it's still going to be they're still going to be working on this in like December of 2028 is how
S-
long it's currently contracted out for.
See, it's like there's that, but also at the same time, he's an orange idiot. So maybe he just really does want a pretty ballroom. I
Maybe.
don't know,
Maybe he
man.
does
It's
want to
so
take them
hard to
all.
tell, dude. Like,
Okay.
you know?
Let me get you on this one. Hold on. I'm gonna
Alright.
pull you in. I'm gonna have you believe
Alright.
in the same thing I
I'm
believe.
here. I'm listening.
Okay?
I'm here.
I'm gonna pull you in. When you're thinking about like funding a ballroom, you would think you would have brands that exude wealth and, like the very common like aristocracy.
Mm-hmm.
You would want Versace, you would want Cristal, Baccarat, Hermes, Tiffany silverware, Steinway pianos, right? That's what you think of when you think of a ballroom.
Mm-hmm.
You think of beautiful chandeliers, you think of elegance and luxury. And with the way that capitalism like looks in America today, brands are constantly trying to get their bag in any form of media and any form of kind of like outreach. They've been known to work on political campaigns even. So why are none of them having anything to do with this?
Mm-hmm.
Like why are none of them sponsoring? Because if you look at the sponsor list, they're not there. If you look at the donations list, you have, all these different companies. You have um the Carrier Corporation, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Palantir, um, Blackstone. Like you have all these different companies, but like you don't actually know what they're donating.
Mm-hmm.
They could be donating money, they could be donating Bitcoin, but they could also be donating products too. And I think if you think about it that way, in the same way that like a brand would donate their product to get a sponsorship,
Mm-hmm.
that's how I now look at the ballroom donations. Is there are these different brands that are providing products instead of maybe an exact money amount. And for instance, one of those is the Carrier Corporation. And they publicly bragged about donating a brand new HVAC system to the ballroom. But they have a lot of different things that they make. They make residential AC units, commercial systems. So, like, they make stuff for your home, they make stuff for like the everyday, like, business office and stuff like that. But there's also a subsidiary of them called Carrier Quantum Leap. Specifically, what they do is they cater to data center solutions for thermal management because, as we know, AI takes a lot of fucking water, like a
Mm-hmm.
lot of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's one of their things. And when you think about it and you're like, oh, well, like they're one of the major donations. Are they just, and like, are they really just donating an HVAC system? Or are they donating a thermal management system?
Mm-hmm.
You know, other popular donators are, like I said, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Palantir, which is basically every major like cloud AI company currently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then like Boots Allen Hamilton, who if you don't know about him, he's actually kind of interesting. He builds classified networks for the CIA and NSA.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's a really interesting guy to like look into, if you will. And his name is Booz Allen Hamilton, Booz.
Booze. His name's
And he's
Booze?
yeah, Booz.
Booze. That's a good
Yeah,
name.
holy some freaking heck stuff. My goodness. But he is like a leading commercial cybersecurity solutions partner, is how he is like described within the tech world.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he's really big on like national security. He's really into the whole like tech market, cutting edge solutions and stuff like that. And yeah, that's like his whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on, I'm getting there.
You're good. I'm
He's
listening.
yeah, I got you hooked in now, don't I?
I'm
Just a
listening.
little
I'm
bit.
listening.
He basically he took the United States Department of Homeland Security contract and increased it to like 2 million more through like no bid contracts and basically got like a lot of fucking money and was able to like do a lot of shit with that money. He had like this whole like split off from like he had this company in 2008 and it was acquired by somebody else and renamed to like Strategy. And since then, he's re-entered the commercial markets.
Mm-hmm.
So he's now he also does like public stuff too, as well as private government contracts. And the private government contracts he does are defense systems engineering, um, and stuff like that. Like he's always doing heavy, high up government stuff or like stuff in the military.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot to think about.
Yes. But they mainly like he does even though he does have some public work, he mainly works for the US federal government. And that's in specifically defense, intelligence, and civil agencies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so he donated. And now we don't know what he donated. He could have donated money. He could have maybe donated time. Who knows?
Right.
But there's another donator on this list that might actually kind of surprise you.
Who?
Paulo Tirmani, I think is how you pronounce his last name. Forgive me if I did get that incorrect. And he's the owner of Boxable, and they make like pre-made buildings,
That's weird.
and they make these buildings under the guise, I shouldn't say under the guise, they're marketed as um like disaster relief homes. and like affordable modular homing and stuff like that. So that's like what they're marketed as. They come with their own electricity. They come with like they're literally like perfect like foldable ready to go homes that are
So
like
like
300
manufactured
square
home
feet.
kind of thing.
Yes. Yes. And they come with the electrical and the plumbing built into it. They have a contract showing that they sent over 150
Oh,
units to the Guantanamo Bay in 2021 and in 2022. So they've been working on what is called Class 5 military installations,
I made
and
you a
their
boat.
SEC filing. Oh, thank you. I love my boat. It's beautiful. And their SEC filings mention they have government exemption from normal state regulations.
Oh, that's never good.
So, yeah. So they're exempt from all state regulations. They can build like without any oversight, and they work for class 5 military contracting. So very
Mm.
top secret, very private. And their units also come pre-installed with Faraday caging,
What's that?
which is electromagnetic shielding.
Mm.
So like it comes with the protection against like electromagnetic bombs and stuff like that. And they donated 150 units of these to Guantanamo Bay. They're the same like that's who's donating to the ballroom,
Oh,
right?
that's good.
Yeah. Caterpillar, you've probably seen they're like a really big construction company. So if you've ever seen
Yeah, they
like
do like
those
the
huge
big
cranes.
like bobcats and stuff kind of things, don't they?
Yeah. So they're a donator too. And now they could have just donated the equipment that they use to tear everything down
Mm-hmm.
and like the cranes that are used to bring everything in. They could have. But another thing that they also have in their like arsenal is industrial generators.
Mm. Okay.
Specifically, they have a new model that they released. Um, I don't have the date for that, but it's like a newer model, and it basically puts out like 500 megawatts of backup power,
Okay.
right? And we were talking about how like data centers need a fuck ton of power,
Right.
okay? But not only would they have like that industrial generator, let me take you back over to Pepco and the DC power and water infrastructure. Because, like I said, they did an emergency relocation of water infrastructure, and then they brought in large scale water line modifications, right? So they're bringing in a whole new cooling system.
That's weird.
And the reason they did it, Pepco actually announced, like, they gave out, like, notices that said, and I quote, a lack of alternative supply capacity in downtown DC. But and I don't live there, so, like but going off of, like, the trends in DC office space occupancy, it's
Oh,
been declining since COVID,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
And if the DC area occupancy is declining, why do they need this new massive power demand,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so Pepco actually, no, not Pepco, specifically DC Water increased their capital spending by $300 million,
Good lord.
specifically for the Federal Triangle area. And there was a post from the Washington Aqueduct where they warned people that data centers were planning to use the Potomac River for cooling.
Mm-hmm.
And that includes like regional water agencies too, like Fairfax Water and WSSC Water. So they're all sending out notices that they're sending out they're issuing urgent warnings regarding like massive volumes of Potomac River water going to these data centers for cooling purposes.
Right.
Yeah. So like they're telling people this is what this is being used for, but like where is the data center? Because there is no current plans for any data centers along the Potomac River near any kind of downtown DC. Like, there's no open public plans for any of that.
Right.
There's not even space for it because, again, think about it. Like, these data centers are massive. They require massive 90,000 square foot places,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Like, I mean, come on.
Sorry, I got jump scared by a skeleton.
No, you're good. I can't stop thinking about it. Oh, and then, oh God, I forgot to even tell you about this part. The guy who was actually the architect for the ballroom, they fired him, right? They
Mm-hmm.
fired him like a week into his job, and his name was James McCreary.
And
And
why?
they don't say why, but he's done stuff like he did this like really big like cathedral, I think. Hold on, let me look him up real quick so I make sure I'm getting his accolades correct. There we go. So yeah, he he also was a professor, I think, at one point for architect or like
Mm-hmm.
architectural professor, if you will. I don't know. I don't know how you would describe that. I guess.
A professor of architecture. So, real smart architect guy that teaches
But
other
so like
people.
yeah, so he's done well, he also did installations at the US Capitol and the US Supreme Court, and he also did the Cathedral Church in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay.
So like if you look at any of these things, they're opulent. Like, they look like how Trump is trying to remodel all of his buildings with, like, the gold trim and the, like,
I.
gaudy gold chandeliers. Like, here, I'm gonna actually send you a picture really quickly if you wanna hop to our DMs. I'm gonna send you the picture so that way you can see that, and then tell me that's not literally the Oval Office, but square.
Holy sh. It's so bright. Ah! Go away. I was looking at a picture. Yeah, that's
But,
crazy.
yeah.
Did you
So,
hear?
like,
Okay,
that's
I don't know if this is true, but I heard a rumor that Trump wants to turn his museum into a hotel. It
maybe, I don't
doesn't
know.
surprise me. I don't know if
It
that's
doesn't
true or not,
surprise
but
me.
that's what I heard.
Maybe. It
That
could.
he wants to turn his museum into a hotel.
I don't know about that. But get this. So the guy who did that like design that I sent you,
Mm-hmm.
who was originally the architect for the ballroom, he got fired and he was replaced by a man named Shalom Barnes. And he was hired by the Pentagon after 9/11 to design the new Pentagon infrastructure. And the new Pentagon that he designed included features like SCIFs, which are sensitive compartment information facilities,
Okay.
bomb-resistant architecture, and electromagnetically shielded rooms. Now, go back to what I was telling you about one of the donations, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And how I was telling you they come pre-installed with electromagnetic shielding capability,
Okay.
right? That just seems a little too on the nose for me. I'm not gonna lie. He also did like the DHS headquarters. He also did the Treasury rooms and the CISA headquarters.
Okay.
Same as Clark Construction, which, if I haven't mentioned it yet, let me mention it now. Clark Construction is actually who is contracted to do the construction for
Oh my god,
the
there's a lot
ballroom.
of little dudes. Hold on.
I know, we're getting mobbed. Oh God, there's a big one.
Pardon us.
How dare they? Hold on, we just gotta kill some zombies real quick. Not zombies. I'm playing the wrong game.
Big hammer time.
Big hammer time. Oh,
Big
hush.
hammer time.
But yeah, no, like Clark Construction is who's actually like running the project, and they've done like government facilities before, and
Mm-hmm.
they've also built private data centers before too. Fun fact, if you didn't know that, now you do.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I can see where
like
you're coming from. Yeah. That is
they
a
might end
lot
up
of
building a ballroom.
coincidences.
Yeah, exactly, like, a lot of coincidences. So, like, again, they might end up building a ballroom, but, like, I
like
also think they're
underneath it.
building a data center. Yeah.
Well, because I saw in the news today, like I just like saw like a headline that the
Mhm.
GOP was like absolutely not because he tried to get more money for the ballroom.
Yeah, because 'cause they're already at $300 million,
Yeah, he tried
and
to
that's
tack it
just
on the
explicitly.
immigration laws they were putting
Yeah.
in. He tried to like sneak it in, and they were like, no.
Yeah,
Which
and they're like, "Absolutely not."
I was talking to my husband about that, and he said there's a lot of like they do that a lot.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
that's not
trying to
a
sneak
new
things
thing.
in. Yeah. No, that's not a new thing at all in the slightest. Like, they were just recently with that's what the whole government shutdown was over, was because they kept trying to put in different things into what was just supposed to be, like, a very basic, like, bill.
Hmm.
And they kept going back and forth because they were like, "Well, we're not going to agree to anything that has, anything but, no cuts to certain areas." And they were like, "Yeah, we're not gonna fucking do that."
Hmm. Yeah, because he tried to tack on another. I can't remember how much it was, but it was a
Mhm.
lot.
Well, because like, if you buy into my theory, right? And this isn't just my theory, like, to preface this, I did do, like, a whole deep dive. Um, a lot of people share this theory and different versions of this theory, um, but, like, the main thing is that, like, more and more people are kind of acknowledging that, like, it's incredibly likely that they are building an AI data center
Hmm.
down below. If they build a ballroom too, then yeah, they build a ballroom too, but, like, that's not the goal. The goal is to consolidate all of the AI infrastructure that they're trying to have basically be the working brain of our government,
Hmm.
just like Israel, you know?
I forgot I can't get upstairs when I'm over encumbered. Here, take these.
Okay. I can't take these, but I can put more in. I don't have any accessible items. That's
I
crazy.
put them in the chest. But yeah,
Okay.
like I said, I just saw a little headline about it, so I was like, oh. They were like, yeah, no, you're not doing that. And he was trying to give more money to ICE too, which they denied.
Yeah, they don't need more fucking money. Did you actually, speaking of that, did you know the bonus that they were promoting, like that 50,000 bonus, how that actually works? Fun fact, if
Oh,
anyone
yeah,
wants
you
to.
told me about those. Yeah. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
fun fact. So that's a yearly stipend that they get. So meaning they get $10,000 a year and they're obligated to stay the full 5-year term to get the full $50,000, right? So it's not an instant $50,000 bonus. You get $10,000 up front, and then every year that you stay, you get another 10,000 until you get the full amount. But there is a clause, and this is very intentional. The clause states that if for any reason the person stops being a member of ICE, they have to return that money.
Mm-hmm. That's what you're
So if you
telling
get
me.
10,000, yeah, you get $10,000 in 2025, and then you get another $10,000 in 2026. And maybe let's just say you go for another 2 years, right? And so you are at $40,000.
Mm-hmm.
Trump's no longer in office. They abolish ICE. You lose your job. You are legally obligated to pay that $40,000 back.
I forgot I was getting coal over here. But that's okay.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice, nice.
yeah. I'm sure they definitely tell them that. For sure.
Hmm.
Get out of here, Rock. I don't need you.
The more you know, right?
I didn't even know about the however much
Oh yeah.
money siphon thingy.
Oh, the $50,000 bonus, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, that's how they were, like, recruiting, was they
Makes
were like,
sense.
"Oh, well, if you come join us, we'll give you $50,000."
Mm-hmm.
And, to a lot of people who are,
Desperate.
broke and desperate and maybe not as, like, educated on what's going on or what this is, they look at that and they're like, "Oh, fuck yeah, government job where I get a huge bonus? Hell yeah, and benefits? Absolutely." Without realizing, like, 1, you're kind of, like, shooting yourself in the foot here with this because, again, you have to stay for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Oh, accidentally
likelihood of that
teleported.
happening if, like, a Republican is not voted into office come the next presidential election is incredibly slim.
I didn't mean to
Because
come
one of
back.
the first things I think a lot of left leaning or left political viewed candidates would do is they would abolish ICE.
Mm-hmm. I forgot what I was doing. What did I come in here for? Oh yeah.
I don't know. I followed you.
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to teleport.
It's fine. I gotta go show Bakugo where his food is real quick. He got lost again.
It happens.
He's a good boy. He really is. He just needs a little help.
We need more copper
But
and tin.
yeah. Anyways, oh yeah. So yeah, Clark Construction.
Mm-hmm.
They, like I was saying, they have like public contracts, and so like their public clientele list is like the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. Um USENT, they have like CISA, but what's not publicly listed is 6 redacted contracts around the US for data
Oh,
centers.
that's a bear. Yeah.
Yeah, and they also hold a what's it called? A NAVFAC, a Naval Facility Engineering Systems Command contract. And what that is, I had to look this up because I had no fucking clue. I was like, they're doing shit for the Navy, so what? No. So what this is, it's an agreement used by the Navy and Marine Corps to acquire like construction base operations and like an architect, engineer, environmental services, all this stuff. And these contracts are routinely issued to like modernize, build, and maintain military shore infrastructure.
Okay.
It's a military contract to upgrade, maintain, and build military infrastructure.
Mm. Okay.
And the thing about these contracts is while the total cost is public knowledge, the individual task orders are classified or they can be classified because, again, they're working for government infrastructure, military infrastructure. So some of that means they don't have to actually be upfront about what they're spending.
Mm-hmm.
So they can hide costs and values inside these pre-existing military contracts. So
Mm-hmm.
again, if they want to, get a brand deal from Caterpillar, the construction company, and utilize, their machinery, but also that new fancy generator, they can do that and they can hide the cost of it.
Right. Jeez. I
Specifically
feel
this
like
company.
that's and that's not that's like taxpayer money, isn't it?
Like to be used for, so yes, they're using taxpayer money to build, yes. And
Yeah.
like this is who's getting paid and to do it is this is the construction company that's doing it.
Mm-hmm. I feel
Mm,
like we should be able to know what it's being spent on, but okay.
exactly. But only the public,
Mm,
only the public, the only public knowledge they're required is the total cost.
okay. Yeah. I don't know. I would like to know where my money's going, but
Sleep, sleep.
I am so far away.
What you doing?
Killing goblins.
Ah,
I found a nest that I
ooh, nice.
destroyed.
Okay.
I
But yeah,
was going to
that's
get
that's
more
all I
tin, but
got. I tried looking for 10 along the shoreline because you said you needed it earlier and I couldn't find any and I got distracted.
that's fair. I'm already like back over to where I was getting tin before. But yeah, you want another thing to be infuriated about?
Mm-hmm.
The Harvey Weinstein case. His third trial in New York happened, and it was another mistrial on his
Great.
sexual abuse charges.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, he is still in jail. and he's going to stay in jail. But still, because he was first convicted in New York, and like they
Mm.
convicted him, but
Yeah.
he got a I don't know if he got acquitted or he got a new case
Wasn't it
because
overturned?
yeah, it was overturned. That was the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Because they used evidence they shouldn't have used, basically, like
Mhm.
witness testimony and stuff. But
Yeah.
like this guy's nasty. Like, have you ever looked up a picture of him?
No, I've never actually seen a picture of him.
He's looks like a butthole. But
I'll look at him. Mhm.
his inside matches his outside. So basically,
Oh, he
he's
does. Ew.
yeah,
He looks like he's
he
permanently, like, either smelling or taking a shit.
but basically, so if you don't know who Harvey Weinstein is, where first of all, where have you been? But he actually co-founded Miramax Film Studio, who was took. This is not May. There we go. Some of his hits included like Shakespeare in Love, which won Best Picture at the Academy Awards, and Pulp Fiction. He was part of Pulp
Oh,
Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, yeah.
Yeah. Um, him and his brother were like super powerful, like in the
Yeah,
industry
yeah,
before all the
yeah.
allegations came out. Um, so this case that he had the retrial for it was centered around the case concerning the rape allegations against him made by aspiring actress Jessica Mann. So I had never heard of her before, but I'm really bad with like actress names and stuff, so I may have seen her before and I just don't know it. But like she's not the only one that came forward. Like there were dozens of women that accused him of sexual misconduct, including rape, since October 2017, and he denies all of the accusations. He said, "Yeah, no, it was all consensual. It was all
Mm.
consensual." And you look at this man, and like, how could anything with you be consensual? But
Real
like,
quick, Jessica Mann, she was in, um, Asylum, Twisted Horror, and Fantasy Tales,
okay,
I think most recently,
yeah,
but
I've
she was
never
also
heard of her,
in, The Gathering,
but
which is like a early 2000s movie,
there was a bunch of
and
actresses that came out, like big name actresses
yeah.
that came out and accused him, basically. And like she said, testified in every trial, saying that I choose to testify in three trials because I'm telling the truth. I deserve justice, which is why I stand up and face unbearable public scrutiny in the name of a greater good. Like she has testified in every single one of these cases, and yeah, because in 2024, the appeals court overturned his sex crimes conviction, saying he didn't receive a fair trial since the 2020 judge allowed testimony from women who made allegations against him that had nothing to do with the current charges. Uh, yeah, it's just they were deadlocked. And his first trial was based off testimony from Jessica Mann, a former TV production assistant called Miriam Haley, and a model. I'm gonna totally fuck this name up, but Kaja Sokola, who she was only 16 when the sexual assault happened.
Oh my god.
Kaja Sokola. That's what we're gonna go with. And he was
Polish?
basically, yeah, she was Polish, and he basically used his power in the film industry to do these things and get away with it for so long.
Mhm.
But he was indicted on new sexual assault charges in the state, which began a second trial last year. But this case was declared mistrial because of a deadlocked jury on the rape charge. So I remember it was
Mm.
like, I think it was like 7-3 or something like that for
Mm.
guilty. But in the third trial, Mann testified that although she had some consensual sexual encounters with Weinstein, he had forced her to have unwanted sex in a hotel room on March 2013, even though she was clearly saying no repeatedly. And the defense team maintains that it was completely consensual. But, and I know that
That's tough.
I give her props for actually saying she did have like consensual encounters with him,
Yeah.
because they're gonna look at that and like, well, she did it that time, so. You know how
Yeah.
people think about that kind of stuff. Well,
Yeah, and,
it
like,
must have
that's
been consensual every time. And I'm like, no, that's not how that works.
yeah. No. See, like, they use it as an excuse as to, like, why she couldn't have possibly have been raped, but I
Hmm.
see it as, like, she's so honest that, like, how could you not have any hesitancy like, why would you have any hesitancy in believing her when she says she was raped?
Hmm.
If she's being like, "Yeah, I've had," like, because she's clearly demonstrating that she knows the difference between what a consensual and non-consensual encounter looks like,
Exactly.
specifically with this man. And she's
Exactly.
telling you she's had both, and you aren't gonna listen to her or believe her.
Yeah, it's
I hate
just.
that.
But yeah,
You're
I
right, this does
wish.
make your blood boil.
Yeah, yeah, it will. So, but yeah, he just got to. I mean, he's already serving probably life over in California, but still, like, that's not justice for them, you know?
Exactly, like, I think because then there's still going to be people in the world who are like, "Oh, no, he didn't do that, he was acquitted. Oh, no, it was overturned, he didn't do that," and, like, that's a disservice to those women.
Oh, please don't drown. Okay, I'm not drowning. We're good.
You're not drowning, you're
But
just being a
he.
true woman.
This just grossed me out. I had to write this down because you've seen a picture of him. You've seen what he looks like. He had the accusations are that he forced women to massage him and watch him
Ew.
naked.
Isn't there a thing against cruel and unusual, like, punishment? Can't they do something about that?
Oh my
Because
god,
I
it's so
feel
gross. So gross. But he's been accused of sexual misconduct, assault, and rape by more than 100 women. Obviously, not all of them have resulted in court cases, but yeah, he's in prison in California due to other convictions like rape for. I didn't know how else to say this, but forcible oral copulation.
oral copulation.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you. And battery, sexual battery, basically.
yeah.
And he faces
Ah,
like a number of civil lawsuits, including the women who accused him of sexual harassment. Right. The
mhm.
case resulted in $19 million settlement in 2020.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Mm-hmm. Is But yeah, there was like a whole bunch. I wish I would have wrote it down, but there was a whole bunch of like name actresses, like people I recognize, and I'm terrible at like
Mhm.
names and stuff, that accused him of doing like inappropriate things with them. Like a lot of them. God, I wish I would have wrote it down, but there was like a
Okay,
whole
hold on,
bunch
I
of
have
them.
some. Ashley Judd,
Mm-hmm.
Gwyneth Paltrow, Angelina Jolie,
I know Uma Thurman was one of them.
Uma Thurman, Lena Headey. If you don't recognize her name, she played Cersei in Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Kate Beckinsale, Salma Hayek, um, who, um, Cara Delevingne. And like there's so many more on this list.
There's
I'm
so
reading ones that
many.
are
I
like
know. I
the
got
most
so overwhelmed
popular.
by it. I was like gonna write them down. I'm like,
Yeah,
there's so many. It's crazy.
yeah.
But yeah, he's
Rose
just
McGowan.
yeah.
Mhm. But yeah, no, there's a huge long list of very prominent like different like whether they're stars or they're just working in like the industry like models and stuff like that or even like executive production people like they're also included in the list too.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Like I found an entire just list of the women and then the accusations that they made against him. And it was
Mhm.
just like, oh my god, like it was so overwhelming. It was just so much. Because I knew
Yeah.
he was like a piece of shit, but like just the amount of women and underage women too. Like we're talking like teenagers and shit. Because
He's had 4 decades of abusing people.
yeah, because he was using is an abuse of power is what it was. Because he's like, oh, you do that, give me a sexual favor and I'll make you a star kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And just
Yeah.
like yeah, with that Jessica Mann thing, she was talking about like the hotel room scenario. He locked her in there basically,
Oh god.
like locked her in the room with him. Yeah, But yeah, he's a piece of shit. He obviously is no longer part of Miramax. He kind of lost
Yeah.
all that. Like they got rid of him as soon as allegations came out. But it just makes you wonder, like,
I'm
how
sure.
much did they actually know? You
I'm sure
know
they knew everything,
exactly.
because, like, that's a big part of, like, corporations like that, unfortunately,
Hmm.
is they wanna know these things, not because they're like, "Oh, this is wrong, and we're gonna
I
turn
mean,
you in, and we're gonna
it's
put a stop to it." No, it's because they're trying to take an inventory of all of their possible, lack or loss of assets, I think.
hmm
Where
yeah,
they're like, "Hey, so we need to know what you've done so we know how bad it's going to get."
exactly.
Just because they wanna protect their company, what makes them all their fucking money.
hmm Yeah, it's crazy. It's just so much. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's mostly
Yes.
what I have on it. That's just came out that it
Yeah,
got ugh mistrial
I'm
again,
sure
which is
as as it
crazy to
continues
me.
to go on, we'll have more to talk about when it comes back up, you know?
Hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's so much. But yeah,
Mhm.
I
Do you
mean,
wanna leave it off there?
I have one question.
You have one question. I have one answer.
How do you like Prison Break?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I told Vadi the other day when we were watching Valheim, because normally when we watch Valheim, we listen to Red Handed or Under the Duvet. We listen to just like different things together. Sometimes we're on Mango. And I was like, oh no, like I started Prison Break and it's my first time watching it. I know it's like an older show, it's been out for a while,
It's
but
so good.
I never really like got around to watching it when it was like a big thing. One, the brothers are kinda hot. One's
They
hotter than the
are.
other. I'm not gonna say who because I wanna hear who thinks who's the hotter one in the comments, I'm not gonna lie.
They're both pretty.
But
Yeah.
they're both pretty hot.
It's
But
been so
one
long
of them's
since I
a
watched
little bit
it.
better looking.
I should
It's
rewatch it.
really good.
I should
I
rewatch
think
it.
I like I like shows where, like, the main male is, like, very introspective, very quiet. To
Mm-hmm.
me, that's, like I don't know, I just think that's very entertaining to watch. You know I like a little bit of misdirection here and there, and also, there's something about, like, the brutality of, the scenery and it being like this prison, there's like all these awful things happening. There's, violence and gang wars and stuff like that. And like in the midst of all this, he still is trying to get everything to go the way he needs it to go for his plan to work,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I just think it's so interesting to me.
It's
Like
such a
it's
good show.
fascinating.
It's
I
such a
want
good
so
show.
desperately for them to, like, make it. I want them to, like, succeed, and then I'm also like, realistically, how can there be 5 seasons about trying to break out of a prison when he only has, like, 1 day left?
So
Like, I gotta know what happens.
I will say it's not all in the prison. We'll just put it at that.
Yeah.
So there
Well, I
is more
figured
to
when I
it.
saw 5 seasons, I was like, "Ooh, wow."
Yeah, I not big on the later seasons to be honest.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
like the prison break part, but
I like
it
what it
kind
was
of
titled after, god damn it.
yeah, yeah, I kind of fell off. I mean, I did finish it, but it definitely kind of lost once I got out of prison and stuff. I'm just like, it's not as
It's fair.
interesting, but it's worth it up till then.
It's worth it until he gets out of the prison, and then it's
Yeah,
no
then they
longer
get out of
prison.
prison and it's not prison break anymore.
Yeah, they're just runaways.
At that point, yeah, I got carrot
It's
seeds.
babies.
But yeah,
Oh my
I should
goodness.
definitely
It's
remake it.
it's it's filling the void that Manhunter left for me, I'll say. Which or wait, was it Manhunter? What was the name of that show? Mindhunter, I think.
Mindhunter? Is that
I don't
the
know.
criminal
No,
show?
that's the serial killer one. I'm trying to think. It's very similar to that. I'm trying to think of what it's called though, because I just watched it with the woman who was from Manifest. Here, that's actually probably. how I'm gonna find it is I'm gonna look up Melissa Roxburgh, okay, because I know she is the lead,
Mm-hmm.
and it's The Hunting Party. That's what it's called. Yeah, I
Okay.
just finished season 2 of The Hunting Party,
See,
which
I've never
that's the
heard
show
of
I was
that.
telling you about. Yeah, it's really good. So basically, they take all of the world's worst serial killers who are
Oh,
put
you did
to
tell me
death,
about
and they
this.
basically fake their deaths, and they take them all to this underground facility, and they basically run like tests on them, and they treat them like test subjects, and all the tests are different.
Mm-hmm.
So like one guy is completely isolated, whereas another guy gets therapy 7 times a week. There's
So I
one
have to
case,
become a serial killer to get free therapy. Is that what you're telling me?
pretty much, yeah,
That shit's
pretty much.
expensive.
I know, oh my God, you're telling me. And basically, the main character, she's a woman who has like personal experience with the first serial killer that they have to track back down. Because what happens is the facility gets bombed, and it's alleged that it happens because of an inside man. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, someone goes in because they want to break a prisoner out, and they blow the place up. And in the confusion and in the chaos, a bunch of serial killers who are presumed to be dead escape out into the fucking world. And
Oh, okay.
it's now and now they need, detective and FBI profiler Bex to come back in and catch all these fucking killers before people realize that they're still alive. Even these killers don't know that they've been pronounced dead to the entire world.
Okay.
Like, for some of them, it's like a complete shock, and it, like, breaks their psyche. But others, they're like, "Oh, well, I kind of expected that," and they try to use it to their advantage. But one way or another, like, inevitably, these killers have to go back to killing. And so it's basically about Bex trying to stop this, hunt them down, and put them back in, and then also exploring what was actually done to these people inside of the silo where they were kept underground, right? Because again, they were experimented on. Some of them, it was worse. Some of them, it was psychological. Some of them, they did actual medical experiments on.
Okay.
And it's yeah, so, like, they're finding out, like, all the new ways some of these killers have adapted to, and how that plays a role into recapturing them. And
Mm-hmm.
then the subplot is still trying to figure out who bombed the facility, why they wanted what inmate out, because they don't know any of that yet. They're just theorizing about it. And it's actually really good.
I will have to look that up because that does sound interesting.
You will. I hope they continue watching. I hope they continue making it. It's had 2 seasons so far.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think you were thinking of Criminal Minds before.
Hmm.
Criminal Minds. When
I
you
have
put.
seen a lot of Criminal Minds.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's why what you were thinking of at the time.
I don't know, man. It's not my job. I
Well,
don't
you
get
got
paid for
anything
that.
else you want to talk about?
Um, let me think. Let me think. Mm, no, I think I'll save it for next time.
All right. Yep, we got a lot of other stuff to talk about next week or next time we
Dude,
record.
I
So
know.
I hope you guys enjoyed listening to us blabber and yap and talk about things that made us angry.
Yeah, let me just dance our outro out. Look at us.
All right. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, bye.